Welcome to News Analysis Channel, where we provide in-depth reporting and thoughtful analysis of the most pressing news stories of the day. Today, we turn our attention to North Carolina, where early voter turnout is making waves. In an exciting development, early voters in North Carolina have turned out in remarkable numbers, surpassing the turnout seen in 2020. What makes this surge even more impressive is that the state is still recovering from the impacts of Hurricane Helene, which brought significant damage to parts of the region. Despite ongoing recovery efforts, North Carolinians are showing resilience and civic duty, with voters making their voices heard in droves. This increased participation could have significant implications for upcoming elections, as the state has historically been a battleground in both national and local races. Election officials are continuing to encourage voters to take advantage of early voting to avoid potential lines on Election Day and ensure that their votes are counted. We'll keep an eye on how this turnout impacts the overall election, especially with key races hanging in the balance. Early voting trends can often serve as indicators of the broader political mood in the state, and right now, North Carolinians are proving that nothing, not even a natural disaster, will keep them from the polls. In an impressive show of resilience, early voters in North Carolina have surpassed the turnout seen in the 2020 election. This surge is particularly noteworthy given that the state is still in the recovery phase following the devastating effects of Hurricane Helene. Many regions are grappling with damaged infrastructure, power outages, and ongoing cleanup efforts, yet voters are coming out in full force to cast their ballots. Hurricane Helene, which swept through parts of the state just weeks before the election period, left a path of destruction in its wake. Flooded roads, damaged homes, and disrupted communication networks have made everyday life difficult for many. However, despite these challenges, North Carolinians are showing extraordinary determination to make their voices heard. Election officials have made significant efforts to ensure that polling stations remain accessible. Mobile polling units have been deployed in the hardest-hit areas, and additional resources have been allocated to maintain a steady flow at early voting sites. This, combined with increased absentee voting and expanded access to drop-off locations, has likely contributed to the higher turnout. North Carolina is no stranger to being in the spotlight during elections, often viewed as a key swing state. The increase in early voter turnout could signal a motivated electorate, and political analysts are already speculating about what this could mean for local, state, and federal races. Voter enthusiasm appears to be high, and with so much at stake, both parties are eager to capitalize on the energy. Additionally, the demographics of early voters are being closely watched. In previous elections, early voting in North Carolina has seen higher participation from younger voters, minority communities, and suburban voters, groups that can be critical in determining election outcomes. With the state still recovering from Helene, it's possible that community solidarity and local issues are galvanizing people to vote early. While North Carolina's record-breaking early voter turnout is a significant story on its own, it also mirrors trends being seen in other parts of the country. In many states, early voter turnout in 2024 is surpassing previous records, suggesting that voters are increasingly opting for the convenience and peace of mind that comes with voting ahead of Election Day. Experts attribute this shift to several factors: voter concerns about long wait times, a desire to avoid potential Election Day disruptions, and the growing popularity of absentee voting since the pandemic. These trends could have a lasting impact on how Americans participate in elections moving forward. As we move closer to Election Day, the focus will remain on how early voter turnout affects the final results. With more North Carolinians casting their votes early, the state's election landscape is being shaped before the official polls even open. Candidates and political strategists are undoubtedly paying close attention to these numbers, as they offer a preview of how the electorate is feeling and what issues are driving them to the polls. Thank you for watching News Analysis Channel, your go-to source for insightful news and analysis. If you want to stay updated on the latest in North Carolina and beyond, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Don't miss out on our continuing election coverage as we follow the trends that could define the future of our democracy.